if you're like me, you really enjoy the original blue classic tobacco flavor. Um, since it appears that Lorelar is going to be discontinuing this flavor, or at least making it very difficult to get hold of, I decided to do a taste test. And I did some research and I found out that uh, Johnson Creek appears to be at least one of the manufacturers of the e-juice that went into the original classic blue cartridges. So I went online and I acquired 6 different flavors, tobacco flavors from them. And basically, I'm going to do a taste test of those. And let me just say up front that I am somewhat qualified to do this. I have been making my own e-juices and flavors for about 2 years now. So I kind of think I have a tongue for it. And what I'm going to attempt to do, what I'm attempt to do is taste all of these and find if I can find the closest match to this original classic blue cartridge. I've got a chart here, which I'm going to rate things on how closely it matches. I'm also going to throw in there how strong of a tobacco flavor, how strong of a sweet flavor, and any other comments I might run across. In addition, I threw in a seventh, well, I don't know which one this is, a seventh flavor, which is just basically unflavored tobacco e-juice that I got from Vape 911. And then I added some sweetener to it to make it sweet so it would taste more like the classic tobacco. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and compare one of these originals versus these 6 Johnson Creek flavors, which I actually don't know which ones. Let me just say that I randomized these. Actually, I had my lovely assistant randomly label each of these cartridges, so I really don't know which flavors in each of them. And what I'll do is I'll review in the end which flavors are which and which ones are closest. They're all, like I said, 6 of them are Johnson Creek flavors, and the seventh one, which I don't know which one it is actually a unflavored tobacco from Vape 911. And I won't make you suffer through watching me do all this, so I'll speed the video up at some point in time, and then I'll show you my results in the end. Okay, I completed my taste test, and I have to say that tank number 2 and tank number 7 were amazingly close to the blue classic flavor. I it is so close. It's almost like it's in between these two flavors. I kind of want to say that 7 edges out 2 by a little bit, but I think 2 actually has a stronger tobacco flavor to it, which is, I think, what I'm looking for and what most people are looking for when they're vaping. But that is not to say that 7 wasn't extremely close to the blue classic tobacco flavor. So I'm going to call it a tie between these two. I don't know if anyone could tell the difference once they started vaping it regularly. So let's go ahead and do a reveal and see what number 2 and number 1 or number 7 are. So let me go ahead and grab one of these out. So here's number 3. Number 3 is Domestic, the Red Oak Domestic. Number 4 is the JC Original. Let me come back to those. By the way, number 4 and number 5, I think we had really, really good flavors. I really liked these. I also thought number 3 was very interesting and a very good flavor. Number 6, I thought was very perfumey. So I would have to say, from a personal standpoint, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 were my favorites. So let's see, where are we? So number 4 is JC Original. Number 3 is, I should be doing it like this, sorry. JC Original and Domestic. And number 1 is Tennessee Cured. Number 7 is Kiln House Silverhorn. Very interesting. Turn those out front. So here's my ringer. Let's see what that one was. Hey, number 2. That's kind of a surprise. Let me come back to that. I'll explain what my number 2 is. So number 5 is the Tennessee Red Oak Tennessee Cured. And number 6 is the Red Oak Silverhorn. So that's kind of interesting. I thought that the Kiln House Silverhorn is the closest to the Blue Classic, and the Red Oak Silverhorn was perfumey. It almost had like a gum, like it tasted almost like gum, like chewing gum. Okay, now number 2, what I did here was I took some unflavored 24 milligram e-juice. This was a 50-50 blend from Vape 911, and I added a sweetener, which I'll cover in a different video, how to make your juices sweet. And basically all I did was used about it was about 4 parts, maybe 3 parts sweet to 7 parts unflavored tobacco, unflavored tobacco e-juice and some sweetener. So there you go. In my opinion, which of course you can get this from Johnson Creek, my closest flavor to the Blue Classic Tobacco was the Kiln House Silverhorn. And the next closest, in my opinion, and it was so close it was very hard to tell the difference, was just some unflavored tobacco e-juice from Vape 911 with some sweetener added to it, which is, I think, very interesting. It was definitely unexpected. So that's it for my taste test. What I will do is, in another video, I will give you the more exact measurements on how to make this, and I'll tie it back to this video. I hope you found this useful. Just real quick again, these 3 flavors, very tasty. Definitely would recommend them. That's the JC Original, the Red Oak Domestic, and the Red Oak Tennessee Cured. So again, hope you found this video interesting. If you did, like it below, and if you have any comments, please feel free to comment and I will follow up.